Tonight's broadcast is made possible by a generous donation from the Berkeley Heights 5K charity road race and fitness walk. To learn more, go to berkeleyheightsfivek.com.
Welcome to This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you in part by thealternativepress.com, Berkeley Heights' daily online newspaper owned and operated by local residents. I'm Michael Shapiro, owner and publisher of thealternativepress.com and president of the Rotary Club of Berkeley Heights. Each week, This Week in Berkeley Heights will bring you a roundup of the latest news in Berkeley Heights and a look ahead at events around town. Later on in this broadcast, in our community segment, we will speak with Gene Kingsley and Lisa Smith of the Highlander Foundation, who will discuss the Field Turf Project and Meatball Madness. And during our business segment, Ann Christensen and Scott Demet, owners of the new Massage Envy Spa in Berkeley Heights. While some parents and advocacy groups have been questioning the safety of the federal childhood immunization schedule, a new report says the schedule is safe. Dr. Pauline Thomas, a pediatrician with Summit Medical Group, was one of 14 medical professionals who served on a committee organized by the Institute of Medicine to examine evidence about the immunization schedule and recommend the best way to conduct any needed investigations. Thomas told the Alternative Press, quote, "We looked into three things: what studies out there on the vaccine schedule, the concerns of the stakeholders, and how the safety of the childhood immunization schedule can be studied going forward," Thomas said. Stakeholders include not only parents, but advocacy groups, pediatricians, public health officials, vaccine developers, and the FDA, she said. Healthcare providers and public officials are concerned that children receive vaccines, Thomas said. When vaccines are not given on schedule or not given at all, outbreaks of disease have been recorded. Quote, "Many parents share that same concern," she said. "There's a smaller group that's concerned about the number of vaccines. We looked at that and found evidence from 2002 that multiple vaccines are safe." She said the committee was satisfied after considerable research that the schedule is safe and there is no connection between vaccines and conditions that some have said are vaccine-related, such as autism. Thomas added that as a parent and grandparent herself, she understands that it's often frightening for young mothers to see their perfect babies get stuck with a needle. "So many of these diseases we didn't see for so long, like polio and whooping cough, so people tend to not realize what a threat they can be," she said. "Then you look down at your perfect little baby and don't want to think about him or her getting stuck with needles. But children can die from these preventable diseases." The Highlander Foundation will present Meatball Madness on Saturday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. at 100 Connell Corporate Center in Berkeley Heights. This meatball tasting competition and fundraiser will feature chefs from several local favorite restaurants, school teams, and local organizations competing for the title of Best Meatball in Town. Adding to the fun will be DJ Night at the Races, simulcast horse racing and wagering, and 50-50 raffle. All proceeds from the fun community event will support the Field Turf Project. The Highlander Foundation was created to raise funding for this safe community turf field at Governor Livingston High School. The field has been completed and enjoyed, but is still not fully paid for. We need everyone's support for this worthwhile event. The Highlander Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. You can purchase tickets by visiting the Community Pass payment option or by mailing a check to the Highlander Foundation, care of Lisa Smith, 19 Lenape Drive, Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, 07922. $60 for one admission ticket or $100 for two admission tickets. Tickets will be $65 per ticket at the door while available. You must be 21 years or older to attend. You won't want to miss the fun. After being closed for nearly 2 years, the cafe, which was formerly Mama's Caboose at the Berkeley Heights train station, has now reopened with new renters and a new name, Dina's Delights. In May of 2010, an accidental fire caused severe damage to the restaurant, and the previous owner did not want to fix it. So it remained vacant and bids were put out for new renters. A year ago, Berkeley Heights residents Yaram and Donna Aflalo were awarded the business. Yaram, who owns a construction company, has experience in managing people, and he was able to renovate and design the location because of his background. However, growing up as the youngest of 17 children in Israel, he was always cooking and continued as he got older to cook at many Renaissance festivals as well. Quote, "My dream is to have a cafe because I love to cook," he said. Dina's Delights is open Monday to Friday from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. and does deliveries and catering. Their goal is to sell fresh, high-quality food at a reasonable price, he said. They offer coffee, drinks, bagels, eggs, oatmeal, fruit, wraps, salad, tuna, egg salad, burgers, fries, salads, and traditional Israeli food, such as falafel and shawarma. Donna said she's very excited about the opening of the store and wants people to know it's more than just a place for commuters to stop in before catching a train. It's a nice cafe for people to meet and grab lunch, she said. We want them to have somewhere to come and relax, she said. They're planning a grand opening event by the end of the month. We'll be right back after this short commercial break to speak with Gene Kingsley and Lisa Smith.
The pain will not control us. It will never break us, define us, or keep us still. Because arthritis can't beat us if we beat it first. In the fight against arthritis, you need a weapon. What's yours? Visit the Arthritis Foundation at fightarthritispain.org.
Welcome back to This Week in Berkeley Heights. Joining us here in the studio are Lisa Smith and Gene Kingsley from the Highlander Foundation. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, thanks for being here. I was wondering, can you talk a little bit about the Highlander Foundation and what it does?
Sure. What happened for the formation of the Highlander Foundation was a few years ago, the field up at the high school was a dirt field where the football turf field is now. And it was always being taken out of commission if there was too much rain or too many practices. And a lot of parents were talking about getting a turf field. It went for a bond referendum for a vote, and it didn't pass. And so parents decided, a small group of parents, that they would form a foundation specifically to raise money to fund a turf field for the town. And that's what the Highlander Foundation is. It's specifically just so the kids could have a great field to use, but not just for the kids. It's a town field for all the residents of Berkeley Heights and Mountainside.
That's great. And can you talk a little bit about the Highlander Foundation and now it's raising money in terms of the field?
Yes. We originally, the field and the foundation started back in 2006, and they raised a lot of money. Almost all of the money needed for the turf field was raised at that point. But there was still a remaining balance left, and we thought that money that was left, there was a note signed for it, and we thought that the Board of Ed would be able to cover that expense, and it was voted for at 2 publicly held meetings that the money that was currently being used to pay for the existing high school field, the maintenance, the fertilizing, the lawn cutting, they would take that set amount and use it to retire the debt. And that was the plan, and everything was going smoothly. But sometimes even if you dot your I's and cross your T's, problems arise. And that's where we are now. And we found out that we still have almost $100,000 owed on the turf field that people just presumed is already paid for. You show up at the high school, there's this beautiful turf field. Well, now we found out just this past September that we owe a lot of money. And since the entire town uses it, it could be all different clubs use the field, the GL band, the high school kids, the PAL programs, lacrosse, tons of different people in the town use the field. And so we'd like everybody to know that we're raising money to help pay down the debt and retire the debt for the field.
And I think one of the ways you're going to be doing this is Meatball Madness. I was wondering if you might be able to talk a little bit about what that is.
Absolutely. Jean will tell you all about Meatball Madness.
Okay. Well, you know, we live in Berkeley Heights. We are a predominantly Italian town, and I think we like to brag that everybody makes a great meatball. So capitalizing on that idea, we've decided to do a cook-off, and it's going to be a combination of local restaurants. We have almost every local restaurant in town making a meatball and participating, and local residents, whether they represent teams or we have some non-resident local businesses like Gabriel Fitness that's going to have a GFP meatball, and everybody will compete for the trophy, to have the best meatball in town. And there will be a panel of professional judges that are other restaurateurs that are not in town but own restaurants, and a celebrity judge. And then there'll also be a people's choice in addition to it. So we expect to have over 20 different meatball candidates, and I think there should be a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, and whoever wins gets to have the trophy, the traveling trophy for the year as to who has the best meatball.
That's great. When is the event taking place and where?
It will be Saturday, February 2nd, Groundhog's Day, the night before the Super Bowl. at Connell, 100 Connell, 7 o'clock at night, 7 to 11. And not only will there be meatballs, there will be an open bar, beer and wine and sodas, and there's going to be some fun activities as well that Lisa can probably better explain than I can.
Yes, we have, it's called A Night at the Races, and these are live horse races. We get videotapes sent to us of horse racing, and you will wager on the horses. And the fun part about that is it just makes for an exciting evening. There's going to be prizes that people can win, and we also have a DJ, and it should be a lot of fun. And we would love everybody in the town to come out and support this event. Besides making a donation to help pay for the turf field, they would have a great time.
And how can people purchase tickets, or do you accept people coming at the door, or what's your...
Right now, anybody can purchase tickets in advance by going to the Community Pass website. I know a lot of people go through the rec center anyways, but if you've done anything with Berkeley Heights Rec Department, Community Pass is on there. It's an online paying system, so they can go on to Community Pass and register and purchase their tickets in advance, or they can mail a check into Lisa Smith. There are flyers, throughout the town. Almost every restaurant has them advertised. Every PTO website has them up. The town website has them up. I think GLTV has it posted, so you can find them everywhere to see the information of how to register. And we will accept, people at the door, but in terms of helping our chefs plan to make sure they've got enough meatballs for everybody, it helps to know in advance who's going to be participating.
And if people have questions, is there an email address or a phone number that people can contact?
There is an email address. It's called meatballmadness2013@gmail.com. They can feel free to contact that, or they can contact myself through my township website, because I am a council person, so they could ask me a question there, or they can get in touch with Lisa Smith.
That's great. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about here that you'd like to mention?
I just think it would be a very fun event, and we would like a lot of people to come out and try to support this if they can. And if they can't, they can still make a donation to the Hollander Foundation. But we would love to have people come, because it would be a lot of fun, and you can cheer on your friends who might or might not be cooking that night, and hopefully everybody will come and decorate their tables and just make a fun night.
And that's what I said. May the best meatball win.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But come hungry.
Absolutely.
May the best meatball win. Well, I want to thank both of you for being on the show
you so
here.
much.
I wish you the
Mike.
best of luck with this event and with the Highlander Foundation. And thanks so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back to This Week in Berkeley Heights. Joining us in the studio are Ann Christensen and Scott Demerit from the Massage Envy in Berkeley Heights. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. Thank you so much for having us.
Hi, Mike. Thanks.
Hi, thanks for being here. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the services you offer at Massage Envy.
Absolutely. Well, as you know, we are newly located in Berkeley Heights. We're a Massage Envy Spa, and we are located in the Stop and Shop Plaza, 402-404 Springfield Avenue. We offer both massages and facials at our spa. And we have very exciting news in the sense that we have expanded hours. So we are open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And then we're also open on Sunday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
That's great. And can you talk a little bit about why you chose to locate here in Berkeley Heights?
Sure. Well, Massage Envy as a corporation really wants to make a difference in people's lives. And many times people associate massage with more of a luxury item. But if you look at the trends and what the doctors and the physiological sciences are starting to say, is that massage is not so much a luxury item. It is definitely a nice thing to do, but it also has huge medical value in the sense of preventative care. And also for those people who experience medical issues, it is a very healing factor. So when we looked at all of the opportunities, we thought Berkeley Heights was a wonderful community. And if you look at our corporate mission. It's really better lives, better families, better communities, a better world through our hands. So we felt like we had a perfect match with the Berkeley Heights community and what our corporation is trying to achieve from a mission standpoint and making a difference.
Yeah, that's great. And I know although you're new to Berkeley Heights, you're already starting to get involved in the community. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We really do want to be a pillar in this community. And what we want to do is to promote wellness within the community. And we want to partner. So we don't just want to come into the community and not be active. So for example, we've had a lot of folks come from the PTOs and ask for donations, and we've also had some school projects come in, and we're committed to partnering. So as such, what we thought would be a great idea with some of these PTOs was for every mom who is on a PTO and comes in and states her affiliation with that PTO, if she were to have a massage, we're willing to donate a % of that massage to that PTO. So we're setting up lists, and we're actively working with organizations. And we plan on being really a long-term vendor proposition, path to wellness in the community, if you will. And we really look forward to other opportunities, you know, perhaps sponsoring, you know, a 5K, but things centered on wellness and bringing awareness to the really big importance of massage in daily life.
That's great. And I know you talked a little bit about your location. And I'm pretty familiar with that shopping mall. Can you talk a little bit about where you're located in the mall itself?
I'll take that if you don't mind. We're actually right next to Goodman's Deli in the Berkeley Heights Shopping Center. Again, it's 402, 404 Springfield Ave. It's a 4,000 square foot facility, 15 treatment rooms, and we have plenty of parking and plenty of rooms to handle any person's needs that they may need, whether it's a facial or specific need in a massage.
So we are sandwiched like right between Stop and Shop and the pet supply store, neighbored by Goodman's Deli, and then also there is a lovely restaurant on the other side of us.
Yeah, that's great. And you talked a little bit about your hours. Can you talk a little bit more? I think you said it's 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., is that correct?
It is. We are really committed to having hours whereby everyone can enjoy the benefits of massage. So for those people who are working or moms who are bringing their children to school, we thought long and hard about our hours and how we could accommodate everybody best. So we are open from 8 a.m. and we close at 10 p.m. So, you know, the person commuting or coming home from work could literally come in for a 60-minute session at the end of their day at 9 p.m. Conversely, moms who are dropping their children off to school or, you know, carpooling together could come in and have a treatment at 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So that's a total of 96 wonderful hours a week and 96 hours of opportunity for people to carve out some time in their day and relax, right? And partner with us on their wellness program.
That's great. And how can people get in contact with you? Do you have a website or a phone number where people can reach out?
Yeah, we do. Our website's www.massageenvy.com, and you just put in Berkeley Heights as the location, and it would bring it right to our microsite, and gives our hours there. You can actually book an appointment right online, and it also will display the current promotions that we're running that month. So in addition to that, we also have our phone number, which is 908-464-0070. So it's many ways to get in touch with us.
That's great. Is there anything that we haven't talked about here that you'd like to bring up?
Just the fact that we're thrilled to be in the community. We really appreciate this opportunity to come on the show and to talk about our spa. We didn't do a grand opening yet because of, you know, the tenuous nature of the exact opening date. We didn't want to go out and overpromise and underdeliver. We're happy to tell you that we have 10 therapists on staff. So we're very confident that we can meet the needs of the community. And as we go forward, we're constantly in the process of hiring. Aspirationally, we want to get to the point where you can literally walk in and receive a massage. So right now, during our startup and during our opening, we do encourage people to call, albeit the same day, so that we can accommodate their timing schedule. But again, 96 hours of time to carve out for yourself for relaxation and for any of your needs. Our therapists are anxious, to meet with you. We customize all of our sessions. So our therapists have customized massages. So we meet the needs of each and every individual customer. So again, we're just thrilled to be here.
Well, thank you so much. And Anne, thank you for being on the show.
Thank
Scott,
you.
it's a
Thank
pleasure
you
to
very
meet
much,
you.
Mike.
I want to wish you the
Same
best
here.
of luck.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
That's low. That's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously. Okay.
This has been This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you in part by thealternativepress.com, Berkeley Heights' locally owned and operated online daily newspaper. Special thanks to the Berkeley Heights Communications Committee and the Governor Livingston TV crew for their hard work and dedication in making this show happen. And thank you to you, our viewers. For these and other local news stories, visit thealternativepress.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sign up on the site to receive your news via email. Have a news tip or suggestion? Email editor at thealternativepress.com or call 908-279-0303. Until next time, for thealternativepress.com, I'm Michael Shapiro. Good night, Berkeley Heights.
Tonight's broadcast is made possible by a generous donation from the Berkeley Heights 5K charity road race and fitness walk. To learn more, go to berkeleyheigts5k.com.